Hello again. This is our Portland group, and we are going to discuss our contingency contract as well as any revisions that we feel we might like to make. Miranda is going to get us started.
Okay, I'll start us off on a positive. I would say that the communication, I think, is going really well, and group members have done a good job giving shout outs in the group when others have communicated and thanking people for their effective communication. I guess something maybe to change would be, I don't know how communication is going within the other subgroup. So I don't know if that's something that is necessary for the other subgroups to know about how it's going with each individual subgroup or not. But I know, like, at the end, if we're going to be giving feedback, we can only give the feedback on like they communicated effectively with us, but I don't know how they did in their subgroups. So other than that, I think everything is going really well.
Okay, thanks so much. Kendall, you're muted.
Oh, my bad. To piggyback off of what Miranda said, I 100% agree that communication is going really well, at least in our group. And I feel like our communication as a large group has been going well as well. For changes, I don't really have anything to give feedback on at this time.
All right, thank you so much. Taylor?
One thing that's going really well in the contract is I think we're all doing great staying on due dates that we've kind of created for ourselves. So I think that helps everybody stay organized, but I think it's also really impressive that everybody's able to follow that. And if we need help, we're all reaching out within our group chat. So that's been great. As far as something I would consider revising, I would say maybe having some type of whole group meeting before an assignment starts, just going based off the last one. I don't think we really had time to kind of look at the assignment as a whole group, and it kind of felt a little divide and conquer between the subgroups doing their own thing. So maybe before I know there's like 4 large projects, so maybe before those projects, we kind of meet and just make sure we're all on the same page.
Perfect. Angie, your feedback?
Yeah, I'm really happy with, excuse me, how the contract is going. And the only suggestion I have is with the roles that we assigned. For our subgroup, we had assigned me to be a note taker, and I think we would like to split up that job between group members. So that is one area that I'd like us to just amend a little bit. And if the other subgroup, if they have any changes they want to make to their roles, they can do that as well. And then the second thing was, right now we have Sylvia submitting all our assignments, and I think we'd like to assign a submitter role for our subgroup as well. And that's everything.
Perfect. Thanks so much. Christian?
Yeah, what I think is working really well is like Taylor said, I think that the timeline and being able to have that feedback period definitely helped us as a subgroup when we could tackle that first assignment to not be as overwhelmed by the assignment. So I think that our timeline was very effective for us. Another thing that I would like to see change potentially is kind of piggybacking off what Angie said, like the different roles. Maybe we could make some roles like more flexible, so people, it's not always the same person who does it, and it can, like, maybe we could put like this person slash this person, and then like they could trade off, or put 3 people and it could be like a little round robin or something like that.
All right, great. So flexibility and rotation in the roles. I like it. Chelsea?
I think something that's going really well is work completion. I think even with myself procrastinating, we set our due dates very early. So even if I procrastinate up until our group due date, we still have the assignment turned in way before the actual scheduled time. Another thing is, I think positive consequences as far as team member goes, we definitely communicate really well and let people know when they're doing a good job, and we're very respectful and thank everybody for everything that they're doing.
Perfect. Sylvia?
Kind of going off of that, I also agree with the active participation. Everyone's doing great with positive feedback and communicating with one another. I know even for us, Madison had created a poll for choosing the date, which made everything super organized, and it wasn't, trying to figure out who prefers which date. It was just boom, right there, anonymously submitted. So we all had the preferred date. Something that we can revise in the contract is, again, with having that full group meeting before an assignment, I think would be super helpful.
All right, perfect. Thanks so much. Madison?
I think the contingency contract is going really well. The target behaviors that we've defined for all of our members to follow, everyone is doing a really good job of following those. As far as revisions go, I don't have any revisions right now.
Perfect. Thanks so much. Miranda? Oh, Miranda's already gone. Raph?
Yeah, I think this is a really efficient contingency contract. I think the consequences are really well understood, and like the group members that went before me said, we could probably stand to have a little bit more flexibility in the roles, but the biggest thing I think is just that everything is straightforward, easily understood. Everyone knows what they need to get done. Everybody knows the consequences of not getting their job done, and it hasn't really required a whole lot of back and forth to understand the contract. I think everybody knows where it stands as of right now.
All right, awesome. And Danielle?
I couldn't agree more with what everyone had to say. I like that idea with the whole group review of the assignment. The communication has been very effective and supportive. At least I could speak for our group. And sending reminder texts and emails, it's been kind of everybody's taking on the role, so it's not landing on just a few people at a time, or the 2 people in each group. So I really appreciate that too.
Okay, perfect. And I guess I'll just quickly wrap up. As it relates to communication, our subgroup, I think that is a true strength. Just really effective communication, open dialogue. Everyone's super respectful and again, just really straightforward, and we definitely stay on top of the communication. As it relates to just an area to revise, I too agree with Taylor's point about meeting as a collective group prior to the large assignments, as well as some of the points about just making some amendments to the roles and responsibilities. If there's anyone that would like to add any last thoughts, I think we are pretty good. So we will make the necessary revisions and we will submit those.